Hello, folks. This is the first week of January 2025 in beautiful San Antonio, Texas. Today's project is to install a window on the back door of my conversion van RV. So, before we head out on our epic round the USA Canada journey, we thought we'll put in a window so that we can peek out, open it, get some fresh air depending upon the weather. So, as you can tell, we have marked it out and put some tape around it so that we don't ruin the paint, and also as a guideline as to where we are going to cut. As the old saying goes, measure 2 times, cut once. So far the only goof up I've done is I used a permanent marker instead of a magic marker. You'll have to figure it out how to remove it at a later point in time. If that's all the screw up I'll have, then I'm dollars ahead. Okay, now show you some more scut work. This is my workbench over here, and there is the window, and this black thing is the trim that goes on the inside. Of course, I've taped it also so that it doesn't ruin it and or scratch it. And I have to drill some holes, take in holes over here, because as you can see my finger, they didn't put any take in holes. They provide the screws all right. So I have a few tools. We can't go anywhere without a drill. And then we need the tri-square, angle square, to do all the marking. We cannot do any. Here's my trusty grinder, and here's my latest toy, which is the jigsaw, because my grinder does smooth, nice, straight edges, but it won't do any curves. So I'm going to try out this jigsaw, see how that goes. Okay, until I go back to the van here. And there's my cup of tea and a little bit of snacks to go with it. Now the next operation is to pop that hole. I'll put some more taping so that it protects the paint. Later. Okay folks, here's the continuation of the window install. I cut the hole in the door, cleaned it up with a file and a grinder to smooth it out, inserted the window and put some sealant inside of it so that it doesn't leak water, and installed it. This is what it looks from outside. Now let's go take a look at what it looks from inside. I removed a little paneling over there and created a little frame into which the window is screwed onto. Now I'll have to put back the panel, cut a hole in the panel and put the trim on it, and in addition to that fill some insulation in this area so that it keeps the RV warm. So far so good. Now we are working on cutting the hole in the trim, which is over here, or the take in for the trim here. And once the hole is cut, I can install that, this is just a Home Depot thing that I purchased, so I can put it in there. It's white, it's clean, looks nice. Later. Okay folks, this is the last step of the window installation project. So we got the outside done. I did not take the pictures of what's behind that white panel, but basically it's a frame and insulation so that it keeps the surrounding of the window warm so it doesn't get too cold at night. For the paneling, I had to put in some screws for it to hold it in place into the wooden frame that's around the window, and then the trim that sits outside to kind of give it a finished look so it doesn't look too raw. Well, folks, it's not the perfect job, but it's the job. Now at least the van doesn't look like a dungeon, and you got a window and you can look outside, some sunlight. The weather is warm, you can open up the window and get some fresh air. That's all, folks. I wouldn't say it was easy, but it's done and we are good for it. Bless you. Take care.